Friday, July the 8th, and welcome to From the South. Another environmental activist has been killed in Honduras. Yaneth Urquia was murdered in the city of Marcala, La Paz, in the southwest part of the country just 4 days before a public consultation. The consultation will unite different communities of the Lenca people. The people will voice their opinions on the private electric projects that affect them.
The assassination of environmental activist Yaneth Urquia in Honduras has again raised concerns about the current situation of violence and repression towards political activists in the country. She was murdered in the region of La Paz. Next Sunday, July 10th, the Lenca communities will have an important public consultation that could ban the creation of private electricity projects in the region. Carlos Padilla of the Honduran Center for the Promotion of Community Development, CEPRODEC, assured that the consultation will take place regardless of violence.
Bueno, exigimos que haya una investigación que esclarezca las razones, ¿verdad?, los móviles, autores materiales e intelectuales de este asesinato. Y aunque no podemos asegurar que está relacionado, ¿verdad?, sí esperamos que no vaya a amedrentar a la población para que ejerza su legítimo derecho. Entonces creemos que va a ser primero un arma de legitimidad y luego un ejercicio que puede ser luego replicado en otros lados del país.
The police had the hypothesis that the murder of Yaneth Urquia was a consequence of a robbery, but that has been discarded. The political connection hasn't been considered yet in the investigation, but several organizations are blaming the Honduran state. Since the 2009 coup d'etat, more than 200 environmental activists have been assassinated, and less than 4% of the cases have been investigated.
Si preguntamos en toda la comunidad de Marcala, vamos a encontrar solo buenas expresiones de Yaneth, una mujer que con mucho compromiso, con mucho emprendedurismo, dio su vida, ¿verdad?, por Marcala, por las causas también justas, ¿verdad? Y bueno, sí, realmente es lamentable su muerte en estas circunstancias. En esta semana se han dado como 3 casos. Esta zona, bueno, como creo que en todas las zonas, a veces se dan casos como aislados, pero sí preocupa el tema de seguridad acá y más que todo el no esclarecimiento de los casos.
According to CEPRODEC, at the beginning of the organization process in 2012 of the Lencas communities, 7 people have been assassinated and more than 15 members of the communities have been criminalized and are accused of invading private property. This Sunday's consultation could be the beginning of a new step forward in Honduras community organization and achievements. Gerardo Torres, TeleSur, Honduras.
The former head of Chile's army, retired General Juan Emilio Shere, has been detained, and a formal investigation has been opened into his alleged involvement in the killing of 15 people. This was alleged to have taken place in the first days of the nation's bloody 1973 to 1990 dictatorship. 8 other ex-officers from the same regiment are also being investigated.
For us, it's a historic moment because those with a lot of power can also be targeted. We thought they were untouchable.
Hundreds of reporters marched through the streets of Lima, Peru's capital, against the decision by the Defense Ministry to file a legal complaint against television journalists for allegedly revealing military secrets in a report. Marchers say the report revealed corruption that exists in a sector of the army.
Corn, 2 of the basic staples of the Venezuelan diet and 2 of the things that it's most difficult to get in the shops. So we've come here to Huárico State, this is the main rice-growing area in Venezuela, to see what the problems are and why they're not being solved. This is the Espíritu Becerra commune, made up of communal councils, local communities, local rural agricultural communities, who already have together almost 4,000 hectares of rice sown this year.
As we say here on the plains, although we are in troubled waters, we keep working for this country, and so that every Venezuelan can have food on their table.
But they are saying that the rice could be a lot better quality if they were getting on time the fertilizers that they need. They're not. It usually arrives late, sometimes it doesn't arrive at all. Today, in fact, they did get a delivery of fertilizer, as you can see over here. They've just got a few bags here. They've already distributed most of it in the field, but if they got it on time, in the right quantities, of the right kind, they say they'd be doing a lot better job to solve Venezuela's problems. Ian Bruce, TeleSur in Huárico State.
The suspect sniper, who may have killed 5 Dallas police officers and wounded 7 more, has been identified as Mika Johnson. According to police, Johnson had been killed when police used explosives placed by a robot to end a tense standoff. Dallas police chief said Johnson stated he wanted to kill white people.
The suspect said he was upset about Black Lives Matter. He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect said he was upset at white people. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
The Syrian army continued to push to encircle rebel-held areas on Aleppo city and clashed with fighters who are trying to hold onto their own positions. Airstrikes have killed at least 23 people in Syria's northwestern Idlib province pro-government forces. This despite a 72-hour truce announced by the government. Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi has fired the head of Baghdad security and 2 other senior officials. Barack Obama has announced the deployment of 1,000 more US troops to Poland to bolster NATO's eastern flank. The UK will remain a major contributor to European security, and according to David Cameron, the country will not turn its back on NATO. NATO and EU nations also signed a deal focusing on the perceived threat from Russia. 12 people have died in Indonesia during a massive 3-day traffic jam that stretched for more than 13 miles. The deaths occurred between July 3rd and July 5th. Officials say most of the victims were elderly and died in hot cars. 1 toddler was poisoned to death by exhaust fumes. The US State Department has decided to reopen a probe into Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton on the grounds that she may have mishandled classified information. Now that the FBI's inquiry is over, the State Department has reopened its review, which will include some of Clinton's former aides. Portugal star player Cristiano Ronaldo joined his teammates on the pitch to train ahead of its Euro 2016 final against France on Sunday. Portugal can potentially upset France in their national stadium if they win the title. More on these and other stories on our website telesurtv.net/English.